Hello LEGO fans! Welcome back to my review series of the 2023 LEGO Speed Champions lineup. Today, we are reviewing this, the final Speed Champions set from 2023, the 76918 McLaren Solus GT and McLaren F1 LM double pack. This set contains 581 pieces, including some that were brand new back in 2023, which I'll explain later, and it costs $35 US, which is quite the bargain, although it does cost 45 euros across the pond. The McLaren Solus GT is a limited-run production version of the Vision Gran Turismo digital concept car that was made for the racing game Gran Turismo Sport. It's a non-street legal track day car with a bespoke 829 horsepower V10 that can rev up to 10,000 RPM. Just like the Vision Gran Turismo, the car is a single-seater with a sliding canopy instead of conventional doors like a Star Wars Starfighter. Only 25 examples, all sold out, are expected to be built with a price tag of $4 million each. The McLaren F1 LM was the ultra-limited track-focused model of the legendary McLaren F1, revealed by many car enthusiasts as the greatest sports car of the 20th century. By removing the sound system and stripping down the interior, the LM was lighter than the standard F1. The LM also had a new transaxle, gearbox, magnesium wheels, and aerodynamic upgrades like the addition of a large fixed rear wing instead of the standard F1 small retractable one. Built to celebrate the F1 GTR's victory in the 1995 24 Hours of Le Mans, only 5 F1 LMs and a single prototype were ever made. Excluding the Sultan of Brunei's 2 F1 LMs, every F1 LM was painted papaya orange in homage to Bruce McLaren's racing color that appears on McLaren's race cars to this day. The Speed Champions renditions of the McLaren Solus GT and F1 LM will also feature on the cover art for LEGO's 2023 racing game, LEGO 2K Drive. The box art shows the Solus GT and F1 LM on a rainy racetrack with a pretty sunset peeking from the storm clouds on the top right. The back of the box shows the real views of both cars, with the F1 LM on an English countryside road and the Solus GT on the racetrack without the rain. One of the new pieces making its debut in this set is this, the round 1x4 plate. It's one stud longer than the round 1x3 plate that made its debut in the Pagani Utopia set, except only the studs on the end of this piece are open studs. The other new pieces introduced in this set are these 1x5 sloped wedges in orange and black. They're similar to the 2x5 wedges from the Pagani Utopia set, but one stud slimmer. The ends are also cut at a 45-degree angle so they can fit next to a corner tile. Like the wedges on Utopia, these pieces are used to perfectly form the bodywork behind the Solus and F1's canopy pieces. These round quarter dome 1x1 bricks come in white for the first time, previously only appearing in white bluish gray with headlight prints on the Speed Champions 007 Aston Martin DB5. Lastly, you get 8 of the new almighty curved bricks with side stud. Now onto the set itself, starting with the Solus GT. I'm happy to say that this model looks stunning and perfectly captures the design of the real Solus, which some would say to be impossible to do at this scale. The whole foundation of this model is very similar to that of the Speed Champions Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro, except as the rear-wheel Solus is significantly wider than an F1 LM, the model is 9 studs wide compared to the traditional 8 stud wide Speed Champions F1 LM. The Solus's headlights are printed on 2x3 wedge plates, while the McLaren emblem is a sticker. The exposed suspension spring from the real Solus is also represented here with a sticker. However, we desperately need studless versions of these wedge plates. This model makes use of tons of wedge plates and their ugly studs really spoil this otherwise incredible build. Hopefully we can get such pieces in the near future. The side view of the Solus best shows this genius usage of LEGO wedge pieces. Unfortunately, the wedges in front of the rear wheels are attached with clips and have a habit of getting pushed inwards, where you have to tilt it back into the correct angle. This subtle fin is nicely integrated with the use of a propeller blade piece, but seems to more resemble the Vision Gran Turismo's rear fin, as the Solus's fin extends to the underside of its spoiler. Speaking of the spoiler, it's massive, surely the biggest wing I've ever seen on a Speed Champions set. The rear of the Solus and its diffuser look pretty spot on compared to its real-life counterpart. Fun fact, these trans-red spear pieces for the taillights have only appeared previously on another Speed Champions McLaren, the 6-stud-wide Aerosetta, where they were also used for taillights. The interior of the Solus is a pretty tight fit. Before placing a minifigure, you have to move the wheel upwards for them to fit, and when the minifigure is seated, they lean back quite a bit and the wheel seems to press against their stomach. A little unsettling. And the moment you've been waiting for, the F1 LM. Straight to the point, it's absolutely perfect. The McLaren emblem on the front is printed on the side of a 1x4 plate, while the front's intakes, turn signals, and fender vents are all stickers. My only real nitpick is that the intakes on the sides of the front bumper should be more spaced out to meet with the middle of the blinkers like on the real F1. I tried changing the 1x4 plate with the McLaren emblem with a 1x5 plate, but then the front bumper wouldn't fit. The F1's headlights are made of simple transparent 1x1 bricks. Not ultra realistic, but you can't really find a better solution, and I absolutely love how the hood vent is built, a perfect match to the source material. On the side, this paddle headpiece, yes, a paddle headpiece, ingeniously replicates the F1's iconic side streak. The studs on these wedge plates continue to cause a problem, however. And I would have made this floating side mirror design of the transparent white stud different, as it doesn't quite match the mirrors on the real F1. The rear bonnet region of this model, once again, is unmistakably F1. The long bonnet intake with the vent stickers look fantastic, along with the use of transparent black 1x4 tiles. The other short intake behind the long intake has a whole weight of a carefully applied sticker. The spoiler looks good too, however for some reason it's not as wide as it is on the real F1 LM. The back of the F1 LM makes use of binocular pieces for exhaust, and these vents are printed on the sides of 1x8 plates, while the rear grille is a sticker. Unfortunately, the F1's 3-seat configuration couldn't be implemented into the LEGO model, as cramming 3 minifigures into this space just wouldn't work. There is a suggestion of side seats though, and the middle seat in yellowish orange looks great too, as well as the gear shifter placed on the right like on the real F1. Here is what the Solus GT looks like without stickers applied. It looks acceptable, but as one of the stickers includes the exhaust, it makes the rear look incomplete without it. And here's what the F1 LM looks like without stickers applied. Like the Solus, it looks fine, but as the front's intakes, turn signals, and fender vents are stickers, this time that area looks incomplete. Finally, the minifigure drivers, starting with the Solus's driver. Her McLaren racing suit perfectly matches the Solus's color scheme, and she has a very cheerful alternate expression. I absolutely love the McLaren hoodie on the F1 LM's driver. Unlike the Solus's driver, however, he doesn't have an alternate expression. Without a doubt, this set is absolutely amazing. The Solus and F1 LM are both fun to build, and the finished results are incredibly authentic to its source material. I barely had any criticisms to mention, and for $35 US, it's an absolute steal. I think this is truly the best Speed Champion set ever. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned as I eventually be reviewing this year's new Speed Champion sets that release in March.